The big issue, of course, as we know, is that Texas may also flip with the growth of the Latino population. Latinos are now 40% of the population of Texas, our second most populous state, a state that just this week gained 2 more representatives in the House of Representatives, and whose power is only projected to grow in the future. But the growth of Latino participation in elections in Texas is a threat. If Texas flips, like these other states have flipped, the whole calculus of presidential elections will change permanently. That is the threat perceived by certain political forces that are behind efforts to suppress voting by everyone, but particularly in communities of color, and I would say particularly in the Latino community. Latinos are often, implicitly or explicitly, those who are accused by leaders like Donald Trump of engaging in voter fraud without a shred of evidence. And so much of the voter suppression legislation we see being proposed and enacted today, whether in Georgia or perhaps soon in Texas, Arizona, and other states, is justified by concerns unsupported by facts about voter fraud. We need to ensure that we are targeting not just the serial vote killers, but the copycat vote killers as well. And the legislation that is to be considered in Congress would ensure that we do that. So I join my colleagues in working together to get the people whose voices need to be heard to let their representatives know how important these 2 pieces of legislation, the For the People Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, are to the future of democracy as our demographics change in this country.